Battle of Britain Memorial Flight. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Breitling Wingwalkers.
Yes, good time, I don't want to stop at all.
The aircraft the team use are Stearman, a very important training aircraft, mainly used by members of the United States Army Air Force and its sister services. Later on today we will see Sally B, B-17. Just about all American pilots would have flown the Stearman at some time before going on to serve with their Air Force during the Second World War. His real love, he loves the Stearman, he loves flying biplanes, and he enjoys the added thrill and complexities of having a wing walker on board the aircraft. Number 2 today is Martin Carrington. This is his 15th year with the team, and he a big cheer. This is Dave Barrell, Martin Carrington, Gina Marshall and Katie Hobbs. They are the Breitling Wingwalkers. You keep your eye on that wing walker. You see them climb back down off the wing.
What's there?
It's the single seat. So back into formation here for another line abreast loop. And having completed this, we'll see them pulling up once again towards the far left-hand end of the display line for synchronized stall turns. There they are pulling up. We see them separating slightly towards the top of the climb, and round they both go. Once again, it's a closer formation now for a barrel roll. And you can tell, can't you, that these two great friends, they've been flying together for years. Not just in the pits, but also the variety of warbirds that they both display on the circuit these days. Now, in towards one another, they'll be pulling up as they cross into half Cubans. Or maybe not. So we now go into the team leader's solo portion of the display, and a chance here really to appreciate something of the aerobatic qualities of the pit special. Pushing over uncomfortably at the apex there, ready for another. Nonetheless, they'll be maintaining an absolutely rock-steady formation. Very nicely done in conditions. Here they come, running in towards us for the head-on line astern brake. He comes to us from 10 Wing of the Belgian Air Component, based at Kleine Brogel, and I expect to see him now coming through for a knife edge pass. The US Air Force just 5 years after that. Coming in from our left now for a slow roll down the display line. More challenging for the 0.95 for his high-speed pass. You can see how high the aircraft's nose is here.
100 miles an hour.
roll machines. Undercarriage down now, but not to land, as Gizmo brings the aircraft in for a low approach. In 2011, inverted to inverted on this pass. And more recently, Belgium's F-16 Belgian air component. They're formally looking for a successor, but in for his final pass comes the Belgian F-16 and a wing rock to finish.
So please give him a wave. As the this is the Royal Air Force Chinook. Running in at 120 knots. That airspeed traded off for height. Nose pushed down as the aircraft accelerates away.
Sorry, you guys, I drop my head down sometimes.
Chinook display captain this year is Flight Lieutenant Andy Smith, who's a instructor on number 18 Squadron. Joined the Air Force back in 2006. Started on the Chinook in 2010. Watch now as Andy performs the first of a number of pedal turns. Again, trading the speed for altitude, and as the speed bleeds off, kick on the rudder to reverse the aircraft by 180 degrees. All-terrain vehicles could be re-rolled to act as an air ambulance. Can lift up to 10 tons of freight. Vehicles, guns, food, ammunition, even another Chinook. In addition to operating overland, Chinook crews spend a lot of time training at sea. You may have seen HMS Queen Elizabeth in the news during the week at Portsmouth. Well, the Chinook force are very used to amphibious operations, working with what is basically the helicopter version of a handbrake turn. Now with the ramp down, you can see the loadmaster on board. Today that's Sergeant Dave Middlemass. He's completed tours on the Puma in Northern Ireland. He joined the Chinook force back in 2015 and is now a qualified helicopter tactics instructor. He has over 2,000 flying hours. Plus an M60 machine gun on the ramp. So instead of a pedal turn, this is a kind of wing over. The helicopter can perform a wing over. A slightly wider turn. So watch now as the Chinook performs a run. This aircraft is the OV-10 Bronco, a flying, fighting, kind of do-it-all aircraft, capable of loitering for hours, capable of directing fire onto the enemy, carry paratroopers and cargo, even attack the enemy with its own. That involves flying very slowly, observing what is happening on the ground. Very often, trying to encourage, entice the enemy to open fire on you, thus giving away their position. If that happens, when fitted with external fuel tanks, and indeed, first operational service of the Bronco was with the Marine Corps in Vietnam, 1995.
It's a bomb. Done? They're ready done? Why is it not coming to land?
Heavy bomber such as this in private hands really is quite an undertaking, not least in terms of cost.
So have about 22 bombs.
Aircraft has been brought to the UK, arriving at Biggin Hill 42 years ago. Always an absolute using hashtag FOF17. We'll look out for them. You can also follow the action on Twitter at LBHA Community and on Facebook by searching London Biggin Hill Airport Community. So lots of action also on social media. We'd love to see your photos if you're prepared to share them. We'll tweet them out. This is what has come to be known as little and large. The little is a not so little 41% scale, so still quite a substantial model of an extra 300. And there we see them in synchronicity performing beautifully coordinated stall turns. This is a sequence that demands an enormous amount of skill from both of the pilots involved. They're both absolute masters of their craft.
I've done it!
Perspective is rather important in a display such as this. Mike's flying the model in general about 2.5 times closer to the crowd than Chris is flying the full size.
I pulled it up.
of course Mike Williams controlling the model extra here through synchronised 4-point hesitation. Full-size aircraft has a roll rate of somewhere in the region of 400 degrees per second. And of course it can roll even faster than that if required for snap or flick rolls. Something around 300 horsepower at Chris Perkins' disposal with the full-size aircraft. Rather less, of course. The model, meanwhile, has just a 180cc engine as they cross at display Dayton. It's a flat 2-stroke petrol engine. Which is able to perform a lot of flying. The model today has been flying radio-controlled models since the age of 9. It really is an excellent discipline to get involved in from a very early age. He was learning aerobatics with them aged just 10. And as you can see as they cross again, he now is one of the best competition aerobatic model flying exponents in the UK. The full-size and the model in close company. See how hard Mike's having to work with the wind conditions today. And display smoke on for this solo display by the... Back then, these helicopters, very much the aggressor. Today, they're NATO allies. Such has been the sea change over the last nearly 30 years. And it's a very capable helicopter to have operating as part of the NATO alliance even now. Extremely distinctly designed with those stub wings able to carry early models which had a very large glazed cockpit, but this very much the familiar profile of the Hind on this My-24V model. This pass has been very pleased to see those stub wings on either side of the Hind airframe. It's a design that dates back to the 1960s, first flown in September 69, came into service 3 years later with the Soviet Army. The V model that we see here, the most numerous. Operational service behind perhaps became best known, easily attracting the attention of other slow-flying aircraft on the other side. be a touch and go there. Those close encounters with Western airplanes on the other side of the track for the last 20 years. Those incidents are what has been quite well documented. Following Austrian Air Force flight of the PRXIX turbo-porting utility aircraft, the pairs of held with each other, flying aggressively on either side of the border one day, and unfortunately they tried to suffer a thankfully non-fatal mishap. It was more unusual and benign of the Cold War period. In case you're wondering incidentally about the colour scheme, that's because the 221st Helicopter Squadron is a member unit of the NATO Tiger Association, which brings together various squadrons from across NATO with tigers or other big cats in their squadron emblems. A very relevant machine for battlefield support operations in the 21st century, just as it was during the Cold War. The Czechs have received some newer examples in recent years to replace smoke. Lights on, go power, says Red 1 to indicate the drift. I think we're all going to get a little bit smoky, ladies and gentlemen. Looking to the right, we'll soon see Red 5 appear. Well, he will appear out of the smoke. Lovely smell that, ladies and gentlemen. Red 1 enters a left-hand turn at 400 miles per hour. He's looking at the pilots into Phoenix formation. Reds 4, 5, 8 and 9, now closing to be about 6 feet away from Reds 2 and 3 as they move and beam them. Reds 6 and 7 tuck in behind 2 and 3, and in this left-hand turn with the white smoke on. Red 1 at the front there is squadron leader David Montenegro. It's his third and final year as the team leader. He's a former Hawk flying instructor and Tornado F3 air defense pilot. He first joined the Red Arrows in 2009, leaving in 2011, having led the synchro pair. Now, let's have a very best of British round of applause for Phoenix. Reds 8 and 9, keep the coloured smoke on there, then rolling into the very back of the formation. On the leader's right wing is the first of our new pilots this year. He's Red 2. His name is Flight Lieutenant Toby Keeley. Toby is a former Tornado GR4 pilot, but then he moved across. Reversing now with 3 smokes on, and they're going to present Spitfire. We've introduced Spitfire into the routine this year to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight. This is Spitfire. Memorial flight. You saw the Mark 19 Spitfire from the flight displaying here earlier on. The flight exists to commemorate those who have lost their lives in service with the Royal Flying Corps. 8-9 roll go, blue and red smoke on. They're rolling around the other 7 aircraft. Now Red 1 is about to make it even harder for these guys. He's about to enter a 3G left-hand turn. Let's have a huge round of applause. This is Concorde. very bottom of the shape as we look at it is... There we go, upside down at 1,900 feet. All 9 jets smoking white at 400 miles per hour. There we go, 9 smokes going off now, and that now signifies the end. Display in the detonator. Enid, break go, says Red 1. They split at the top. Now keep your eyes on Jippo. ...120 miles an hour for the Jippo pass. Who's going to fly? The Goose. Around Red 6. Get ready for the Vortex. Up through the middle of the vortex with the white smoke on is Red 8. Do it like this in the slalom. Now back in their comfort zones we have Reds 2 and 4 on the right, Reds 3 and 5 on the left. Red 1 squeezing a bit more power on the engine. He calls tightening, squeezing to around 4G and red on go. The pilots reach up and right with their right thumbs to operate the red smoke button as they present battle. In from the right, this is the Hurricane. And they're about to roll, ready for the Jippo break. Paul goes as Red 6, coloured smoke, full power, 6G, upside down at 300 feet, back to 100 feet. For infinity around the rest of the formation. This is the infinity break. You've been watching the Royal Air Force Aerobatic team, the Red Arrows! Red Arrows, even with the little bit of added spice at the end. Very pleased to see Red 9 down safely. The first Saab jet was the Saab 29 Trig.
built by Saab, the engine built by Volvo. Into an overshoot. You are about to see now the deployment of fixed-wing aircraft in a war role. Will gallantly wave at each other. Then they started taking pistols and rifles out to shoot at each other. It wasn't long before aircraft known as Scouts were designed and built. One role in mind. Listen to your medals. The difference is what happened when they did go into the fight. Pilots typically 19 to 20 years old, at a loss. So they would often throw themselves into combat. The worst of all tactical situations. Nearly all combat was flown over the enemy trenches. So that does bring to the end this display by the Great War Display Team. And take it from me, they've had a very hard time up there. Followed closely by the two Spitfires.
the Mill Design Bureau getting airborne for what promises to be a very special display. And Andy, we're going to see them performing here in a combat search and rescue scenario.
Well, I think it's something we've all been looking forward to for what seems like months and months since Chinook, recent conflicts, sending the 2 hours of repair, or something like combat search and rescue, or the casualty evacuation from a hostile close pass, ready, willing and able to step in with firepower if it is required.
First, we've reached out the second using the so-called fast rope method of insertion, often used for example, the insertion of special forces, or in this case, rescue personnel into a hostile area. While they sort themselves out on the ground, the hit moves off. There's quite a bit of blue in this livery we now see as the sun shines on it. The Mill helicopters now amongst the last of the old Soviet era designs still in service with the Czech Air Force. We saw the Gripen earlier, of course, a Swedish product. It's replaced their last Spitfire fighters. Although it must be...
Well, the Hind is certainly bossing it out there, like a very angry mother looking after its babies. I think it's fair to say nothing on the ground is going to come close to our casualty and the crew.
My 171 could also be armed with weapons on the little stub. military reporting of the various sightings of our Russian types. Quite interesting, aren't they?
Yes, indeed. We've been talking about Hind, we've been talking about Hind. You mentioned Fulcrum earlier. Yes, there is a cunning plan. It does have meaning. Basically, the first letter of the code word determines the type. F, the fighter, B, the bomber, C, the cargo, helicopter. So again, everything else miscellaneous. Certainly, makes the big world. Whether it is jet, whether it is propeller-powered aircraft, determines the number of syllables in the name. So something like a bear begins with B, so it'd be a bomber, single syllable, so it's propeller. As opposed to a blinder, again begins with B, so a bomber, two syllables, so it's a jet.
Very fine combined display there by the Czech Air Force helicopters. The Mi-24V once again flown for us by Major Jan Banitsky and Captain Jan Vacek. The Mi-171, meanwhile, the pilot in command was Captain Jan Uda and the co-pilot Captain Petr Brančík. awarded the military medal, one of 3 awarded to WAFs stationed at Biggin Hill in the course of the Battle of Britain. On that date, the 18th of...
That is so long.